What happens when the world's biggest economies go head to head in a tariff war? Prices go up, businesses struggle, and ordinary people like you and me end up paying the price. In today's video, we're going to break down the latest live updates on Trump tariffs, what they mean, what they are, why the European Union is ready to strike back, and how it could possibly affect your life, your wallet, and even your job. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. US President Donald J. Trump is once again making the headlines, and not just in America. He's pushing for higher tariffs on goods coming from Europe, which has sparked serious concerns across the Atlantic. Tariffs are basically taxes on imported goods, and when a country imposes tariffs on another country's products, it becomes more expensive to buy. Trump says that it's a way to protect the American jobs and industries, but others say it's like playing with fire in the global economy. Now, the European Union isn't staying silent either. They're preparing for their own set of retaliatory tariffs, which is a fancy way of saying, if you hit us, we'll hit you back. Trump has long believed that America gets a bad deal in trade, especially with Europe and China. He argues that foreign countries flood American markets with cheap products while putting high tariffs on US exports. So now, as part of his 2025 campaign momentum, he is pushing to raise tariffs even higher. Some reports says that these new tariffs could hit the European cars, steel, or even luxury goods like wine and cheese. So yes, your favorite imported Gouda could even get more expensive. Trump's message: buy American, protect American workers. His opponent's message: this could start a global trade war. The European Union isn't just watching from the sidelines. They're already preparing a list of American goods they could target in response. It could include American motorcycles, American jeans, and mostly tech parts. The European Union has done this before, back in 2018, when Trump imposed tariffs on European steel and aluminum. The European Union fired back with tariffs on Harley-Davidson's and Levi's jeans. The result? Tensions, billions lost in trade, and economic uncertainty. This time, they're getting ready in advance. Their message is very clear. We're not gonna sit back and let our industries suffer. Now here's the big question. What happens if this back and forth escalates? Trade wars may sound political, but they hit real people the hardest. But how? Let's have a look. American companies that rely on European parts might see higher costs. European consumers might find American products too expensive. Small businesses on both sides might get crushed between the tariffs. And in today's world, where everything from iPhones to auto parts crosses multiple borders, tariffs can break the supply chain and push prices up. Which means higher prices, inflation, higher cost of living for everyday people. This is why economists and business leaders around the world are watching these updates closely and nervously. Every time Trump mentioned tariffs, the stock market reacts. Just hours after his recent tariff remarks, the shares in European automakers dropped. Investors fear that these US tariffs on European cars could affect German giants like BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. The American agricultural exports could also take a hit. If European Union imposes counter tariffs on US farm goods, it could highly affect American farmers who rely on exports. This back and forth creates a lot of uncertainty, and markets surely hate uncertainty. Let's rewind a bit. In 2018, Trump imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum from Europe, Canada, and other countries. The European Union responded with their own tariffs on US goods like motorcycles and bourbon. Negotiations cooled things down in 2021, but now things seem to be heating back up. It's a game of give and take, push and pull. But every move has a consequence, especially in the fragile post-pandemic global economy. There are three possible outcomes. Number 1, talks begin before any tariffs are applied. If both sides see sense, they could start negotiations and avoid a full-scale trade war. Number 2. A tit-for-tat tariff battle begins. This would hurt businesses and consumers, raise prices, and damage international trade ties. Number 3. One side backs down. Unlikely but possible, especially if political pressure builds or economic damage becomes too severe. Either way, live updates are pouring in, and the next few days or weeks could decide the direction of global trade for years to come. If you are an average consumer, keep an eye on prices, especially imported goods. If you're a small business owner, now might be the time to look at your supply chains and prepare yourself for possible disruptions. If you invest in the stock market, be prepared for sudden drops in sectors like agriculture, automobiles, and even luxury goods. Lastly, the most important thing that I can tell you is to stay informed. These trade decisions may seem far away, but they trickle down into your daily life, from grocery stores to gas pumps and whatnot. Tariffs aren't just about economics. They're about power, politics, and priorities. As Trump pushes for higher tariffs, the European Union is standing firm. The tension is building and the world is watching. Will this end in a compromise or confrontation? I'll keep bringing you latest updates as the story unfolds. So for that, make sure to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next one.